And good Friday evening, race fans. I apologize for the delay, but we got the hamsters rolling here. Welcome to another double header for this week for Metroid Planets. Week 4 Swiss. My name's Skyhawk. Today was tracking Alex Classics, getting his hands a little dirty on this for the first time. I'm sure you'll do a great job. As we wait for the runners to kind of start up here. Just to remind everyone, today's settings for this week, it is a 6 large, 3 custom areas, no fair is replaced by classic criteria, or as we like to call it, Morph Ball Land. Parade is replaced by Freeze Flame, and Pyron Wastes is replacing Turian for this week. I'm not going to lie, been actually a very hard evening trying to generate a seed. I think between myself and Gordor, it's taken about almost just over 100 attempts. All right, here we go. What do we got here? We got a Brainstar start today. So I think we've got... I didn't see if we had 3 or 4 bosses. I was not paying attention. I'm too happy just to have a seed show up. Might be 4. Oh, we'll find out. Starting in our love it to hate it room. Does have 2 actual majors at the top end of this large room. I kind of expect both runners to go near the top. Winter knows to go check. So we're going to find out here in a second. Might have a major to start. Oh, just a missile. And an E-tank in the middle. Should be a lot of item pickups to start here. Wow, just a couple miners at the top. That's actually very interesting. There's normally a major at the top of this room to start. Just a lot of miners. All right, there's our Spore Spawn door. And that's Morph Ball locked. So we'll be coming back for that once we've found La Boule. In the heated map room. Very indicative of how this seed should go. 2 out of the 3 custom areas are very hot. I'm going to see if I can attempt to fix the screens here. Very interesting. So no majors for the opponents. While we work on their technical difficulties. Minor in that 2x2 for Kaze. He hasn't picked up a missile yet. Just a little surprising. Is Winter's already picked up 3 packs. And reset. Kaze will find their missiles soon enough. Go looking in the rest of this room. I'm going to go through this last door on the right. The top right is a space jump / ice beam check. Interesting. Space. Ugh, wow, I can't talk today. That's a spring ball check there. All right. Kaze finally realizing there's something here at the top, picks that up. They're searching hard here. It is definitely a planet. All right, sorry for the silence, guys. Just trying to work on crops. MSC's going to try to get that fixed for me. So we're still hunting for stuff here. And a Varia suit picked up by winterlune. Kaze's picked up the same. That'll help with the heated runs, but so far this has been a very stingy seed for majors. Oh, press F in chat, folks. We've got some track here to check. Yes, heroes, we are aware MSD is on the case. Try to get that fixed for me while I continue doing comms. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me too. Getting messages from SpeedGaming, MSD showing that apparently there's some weirdness going on. So they're saying should be fixed in a moment. At least hopefully that means that on our next second race of the evening, this should be done well set up. Speaking of which, our second race tonight will be following shortly after the first one, featuring MST versus Epi. All right. Ooh, possibly a major here to start. And finally, La Boule. That should get us pretty much, looks like, straight out access to Spore Spawn. And possibly whatever item is in this room that Kaze's in. We're going to find out real quick here. Winter's not hesitating to check this room. Oh, disappointed to only find just a missile. Might have one other check. Otherwise, I would not be surprised if Winter goes directly to Sports Spawn. 3 tanks, 25 missiles should be sufficient to get a good attempt in. I'm going to call this deceptively straightforward MST. This kind of feels like it's just a pigeonhole to Spore Spawn. Likely have at least 2 elevators behind them. Well, I stand corrected. How about 0 elevators? But he's been waiting long enough. Get the shades on. And we got Spore Spawn for our first boss of the season. Winter can afford a few hits with 3 tanks. This Sports Spawn pattern instrument is fairly straightforward, so this should not take Winter too long. Well, clearly he likes to wear sunglasses at night. Alright, quick kill there. 1 boss down. Alright, I think Winter's going to be heading up now. I don't remember what the 3rd marker she put down is. You ever wonder what a cactus looks like with shades on? There you go. Okay, so where the spider is, that's a wave beam check. But we may be coming back to that later. First elevator of the day. That's a morph ball check. So that morph ball seems to be the way out here. This will bring us into hooray, hooray for classic criteria. Most, if not all of this, should be clearable by winterlune, as most of these rooms are either straightforward rooms, morph ball item rooms, or combat rooms. There are a couple of red towers in play that could show up. Speaking of which, there's one there. Yeah. Now, the reason Winter marked down bombs, there's several versions of this tower, including more accurate versions like the original and SM. So those include several bomb blocks going up. All right, looks like there's an elevator behind that wave check. Well, that could either be Crade, Criteria, or Turian for now. Won't really take the moment to assume. Now, Gore, if you're in chat, you told me this was a 4-boss seed, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, this is a bomb room check from Winter. Kaze still hasn't gone towards where Morphball is yet. Alright, quick elevator find for Winter. This should be... Okay, this is Ridley and Logical Axis. Our 2x2 metal hallway makes his usual appearance. Bottom right item in that room, that's Morph Ball locked and Ice Beam locked because there's a couple of huggers waiting there near the bottom. AKA Metroids. Kaze gonna go check the... Winter gonna go check that other door first before continuing right. Possible wager here. We'll get a long beam. I'll give a little extra firepower and extends the length of the beam. For the moment, we didn't find anything in the way that would require it. I swear that enemy stole the shades of a minion. It wasn't very nice of them. Item. Winter, I don't know if you played SM too much. There is an item in that room. Could be a major. Oh, we're gonna have to keep a note of that. See if Kaze ever gets there. We've got Cool Ridley. All right, so Long Beam is going to play the big part here. This Ridley room is very annoying. The author has actually decided to put a lot of anti-cheat steps to this. All right, excellent. Kaze's got their morph ball done, so that should eventually get them closer to doing Spore Spawn. Now, fun fact, you could technically make your way to that into the little box that Ridley's in. From what I was thinking, you need a high jump and to get yourself into eaten by one of the flowers. And then you can kind of squeeze in that little 1x1 tile. Not highly recommended. It's very painful if you do that. Winter's doing good work here, so should getting this down soon. All right, 2 bosses down for Winter. Yeah, that's gonna get her to get up there, and a space jump hidden behind Ridley. Space jump is partial access to that tower room in Classic Krat. We don't know though if he needs bombs or not until Winter checks. I am full in agreement at this point that probably full clear Ridley, with especially having various suits. So the going around should be fairly quick. Only thing is we didn't see too much of Classic Krat, so if Kaze decides to clear this a little more, they may find some stuff that Winter hasn't found yet. That door's actually, if you saw the map, Heroes, it kind of already connects to an area they've been in. I could be mistaken. We're not going to know what's in here. This, unfortunately, is going to require Ice Beam, which Kaze just found. Skyhawk approved Surge Core pickup. Oh, you're not going to turn on, are you, Winter? Sad. Ooh, bombs. Fairly deep into Ridley. Yeah, it still doesn't access the item in this room. That's gonna need Ice Beam or at least Wave Beam to check what this is. Minor pick inside. Oh, possible item in this major in this room now. Just launch glide. Oh, it's just a missile, fortunately. So interesting. There's only was an Ice Beam pickup in Classic Krat so far. That could mean that combat room might be holding a major, and we still haven't seen what's behind in. I believe it's called Mickey Mouse, if I'm not mistaken, MST. Well, on top of, actually, believe it or not, that actually puts the that 2x2 combat room that Kaze's in logic as well. So now we've got I know it's called Copyright, but I mean in SM it's called Mickey Mouse. Some high jump boots. High jump is not as a big of a deal since we found space jump. Oh no, the odd connector into from Ridley to Classic Krat, leading right into a combat room. The Kaze is kind of right behind him. And a screw attack pickup. That'll make moving around a little better. Not a progression major, so to speak. A spring ball pickup. Also, an okay pickup. I think finding a beam at this point will be more important. Long beam pickup from Kaze. We'll see if Kaze checks what Winter didn't. But Winter's gonna just kind of go for it per se. Also, we'll confirm it is 4 bosses for this seed, so Parade does exist. We just may have to find Wave Beam to get to it. Pretty much, heroes. A little bit on the side there, Kaze. All right. I think Kaze knows to check the tunnel here. See what we got. All right, it's just a missile. Okay, so this is good for Winter. That's the first check. while everyone's doing each other's checks. When you guys have a minute, go ahead, follow the runners. You guys are always doing a great job. I'd actually be turning off Ice Beam for this fight. It's gonna kind of get in the way of the fireballs. They freeze Ridley, and then they actually become an impedance for the beam. Yeah, this might be an issue for Kaze. If they just keep standing there like that, they won't make it. No, Chrono is not your choice. Oh, kind of waiting for this death to happen now, unfortunately. Prove me wrong, Kaze, prove me wrong. Oh. Ice is Winter's got ice. We're just hoping that that one combat room is gonna stop him. Okay, Kaze is leaving. I would not be. I would go back. Try that again. All right, phase on core picker for Winter. That will give them a double damage with the energy drain as a cost if they turn it on. That might be a late switch. So maybe we might see Winter go with a low ammo pickup. Okay, good, Kaze. You're going back. You're going back. That's good. Okay, the E-Tank pickup will be good for Kaze. Bombs makes this more doable. This room has 3 items. One that could be major missiles, and missiles. Bit of a dud there. Kaze about to get their screw attack. Alright, double elevator there. So, unless there's a third elevator in Brinstar, I want to lead to the credence that Turian may... I'm going to boldly say here that Turian's in... the Turian elevator's in Criteria. Is Winter going back to Ridley? The connector makes it a good option. There we go. See if Winter's gonna go back to that combat room. That's what I think as well, MST. I'd also be checking that 2x2 combat room near the elevator from Norfair to Ridley. That's completely in logic right now. Not just for the item, but for the door. Alright, Kaze, attempt number 2. Gonna find out that the author decided to, hey, you're not gonna stand on the door. Right. Better start this time. Just an E-tank being the secret there. Okay, so far, much better Ridley attempt on Kaze's side. Spoke too soon. Stop getting hit. We'll know here shortly if we're all right and this is wave beam for Winter. If wave beam's not here, it's the other combat room. Oh, only a magnet core. All right, so it is the combat room, the 2x2 combat room. Now, Winter hasn't actually marked that room yet. Bomb check there, but you've already checked that. That's gonna make them respawn all the way back to the Krat elevator. All right, one boss down for Kaze with space jump. So expect the same checks now for Kaze. And we should get their bomb soon enough. Do some map scans here. Okay, so the left side of the 2 elevators is the crate custom area for freeze flame. I don't know what the other one is, but I have a good bet that's criteria. Also, due to process of elimination, wreck ship is not in this seed. So, sorry, sorry, Paragon. No poop today again. Oh, possible major here. Oh, just an E-tank. Another possible major. Okay, we were all wrong. Completely wrong. So wave beam's bomb locked in Norfair. This is an interesting routing. Now, outside of a spacer check in freeze flame, this puts Winter firmly in go mode. There is a spacer check in the custom area, MST, and we could have created lock behind it. Still picking up E-tanks. one of the cooler soundtracks for Kraid. And obviously the enemies are obviously having their fun with it, with the shades on. All right, so left side's a complete bust. I did notice when Winter was checking their map that the Freeze Flame hub is there. This is a fairly large room. Gonna have several paths and several doors, so could be seeing a few resets here. Alright, Winter Lookalike is going to be a little thorough and check the nearest door at every moment. Another missile pickup there. Back to the hub for another door check. It is employed, and it isn't. It's not as huge per se. All right, there's our Kraid. Okay, so this is good. Spades are not being required right now. It puts a very high chance that there's no more pickups that need to go, and looks like Winter's just gonna go nope out. Kaze finds Wave Beam, that's very big. That didn't take as long as Winter did. Alright, so let's see if this is criteria or not. It is. I think this scan is going to be a little bit of a blind check. Or not. Yeah, there we go, blind check. Yeah. Still a small chance Spazer might be blocking the elevator to Torian. Since criteria is not a custom area. Oh, here's another rare sight. 2 big rooms. Sensor core pickup. I don't think Winter's going to turn that on just yet, unless they're really stumped. And just another missile. Now, seeing that scan with the elevator pathing, I think Winter's going to head towards that area and start looking. Bottom right. Feeling it here. Bottom right, possibly. Kaze is still looking through Norfair. We'll probably need to go back at this point. There's nothing else for them. Okay, so here's our Pyro and Wraiths. Great custom area. Unfortunately, the seeds have made it very rare that you needed to get in here to dip to get an item progression, which is a little sad. The fact that it's heated would make for some more exciting races. Yeah, barring any complete disaster here, this is Winter's race to lose. Okay, Kaze opting to just go all the way down first. Sorry, Winter, not Kaze. Winter feels fairly confident in our missile count. I would tend to agree now. Even if we get one of the two larger Mother Brain rooms that are as part of this custom area, 100 missiles should be more than sufficient. Alright, Kaze deciding to pick up Phase on. Again, this is a good move for late game. Look at that Metroid triple shade. It's getting a nice suntan. Kaze still checking miners in Norfair. Should probably really needs to head down now to go get Spore Spawn. Okay, that's what they're doing. That's good. Okay, found our Mother Brain. What do we got today? Okay, so it's Temple Brain. This is not the harder of the. This is the easier of the two big rooms. I'm turning on the phase on to get the extra kick. So the triple of damage makes these Zebetite shields basically a piece of cake. Which are really going for it. 2-minute escape, a little bit on the low side, but we also know fire on waste escapes are fairly easy. I think the worst thing you're going to find is a bomb block or a spring ball check. So we're going to start waiting for the song change to happen now. It usually happens within the last 4 rooms or so to let the runner know he's close. Might miss it though. We had one yesterday, about 1:50 in terms of escape time that the runners got to the elevator before they changed. Yeah, we didn't get it again. All right. So with the race time.gg time at 44:52, our winner for this match is winterlune. GG's. See if we get Winter in for an interview. Right, going back to Kaze. So Kaze's opted for Kraid. And here we got Winterlune. GG's, madame.
GG. Goodness sakes, that was speedy.
That speedy and a little bit of running around.
A little bit of running around.
That morph ball was a little bit elusive.
Just a bit, yeah. This was wave beam for a little while there.
we were worried that it was in Ridley.
I was starting to wonder that myself. That's why I checked that Metroid room and then just said, "Hey, there's another spot here. Let's check there."
Yeah, there was one more place it could have been in Ridley that you hadn't marked. It was that combat room that has the Metroids hidden. That the one that always shows up and never has anything.
Go figure on that one, huh?
But logically it was available. Also, you had skipped Copyright Rat. There's an item in there that's I don't know how your SM knowledge is.
If I skipped that one, that's likely one I don't know.
So in SM, that's basically called Mickey Mouse. This is the room with the item in it is the shape of a mouse.
Oh, cute.
Oh, we got a Phantom Core pickup. But for the most part, you more or less were ahead the whole time. Kaze spent more time looking for missiles. Didn't go to the top of the big room to get the missile pack that was up there with the E-Tank in Brinstar. So that gave you a bit of the advantage to keep searching.
Yeah, what a seed though. Those extra 2 map scans definitely helped out quite a bit.
Yes.
Goodness. I practically wanted to jump out of my seat for joy just at figuring out where the Torian elevator was so fast.
What is Kaze thinking? Okay, good. Kaze's gonna stick around. Because Kaze's basically in go mode now. We know Spazer wasn't required. That was the other worry, that there is a Spazer check in the freeze flame pool. That would have made that would have put that in check. But I don't remember where is Spazer.
Let me double check. Spazer beam is in freeze flame.
Interesting. Probably further up the hub.
Probably. Likely near the top that I never went through. Also kinda glad I decided to go with Phase Encore when I did. That definitely sped things up.
Hey, capacitor. Nah, I think you just opted to turn that on as soon as you did you turn it on before you entered Mother Brain or after?
I turned Phase Encore right the second I entered the Metroid room in Ridley that I was trying to see if there was a major in.
Oh, I
And
missed
just
that.
kept it on the entire time.
Yeah, I actually missed that completely.
Huh.
I only noticed it once you were in actually Mother Brain's room.
Fair enough. What a seed, though.
Hey, there's the other best beam. Wasn't too far away.
Not too far away after all.
So this will put you at 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
So well, we're not sure how the buy process is going to work, who gets it or not. But considering Amada won last night and Meteor's record versus some of the other possible 3-in-1s, I think they're both going to get the buy. But
I would imagine so.
I think we're only going to find out shortly after my race tomorrow, because I'm the last one of the week.
Yeah, and good luck on yours for sure.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's see, who else do we have left for these, anyways?
Well, we've got, well, shortly after your race is done, we've got the Battle of North and South.
Oh boy.
Ohio versus Miami.
Epi
Or
versus
Florida, sorry.
MST.
Epi versus MST.
That's going to be quite the race to watch.
I'm
Saturday we've
hoping
got-
the MST of Epi landing site spawns. I've been banned from forcing it, so
Well, we can certainly hope.
look at MST in chat playing the pool shark. Ah, I'm useless.
Well, we'll certainly find out, won't we?
How's it going down? Why? They didn't scan that area, so
Yeah, they don't know where Torian is. I'm not sure how much of Brinstar they've actually explored just yet.
they've pretty much done most of it, just like you, during your hunt for Morph Ball.
So I wonder where they're going then. They still have that far right side? No? Oh, they haven't killed Spore Spawn yet.
Nope. Nope. That's probably why. Okay, so see, heroes, I was right. That just connects right into the big room.
Interesting choice to leave their Spore Spawn behind, though.
Yeah. Maybe Kaze was of the opinion of you know how usually Enigma just puts an elevator behind Spore Spawn.
Usually, yeah. I was honestly expecting the same thing when I saw the place, but turned out to be wrong.
Spore Spawn was down there, Amada, not up.
Way down. Also, hi, Amada.
Way
How you
down,
doing?
way down in the rust. Oh, does Kaze not know to use bombs?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, fun fact to those who don't know, Spore Spawn planets is actually very susceptible to bombs. Both in the Chewy Center and the root. The root will actually, bombing it 3 times will actually force Spore Spawn to open their mouth and say, "Ah, give me the balls." But Kaze is unfortunately unaware. That's
So
okay.
it would seem.
That's okay. Option number 2. Activate the human blender. Alright, Kaze, you need to go right here. Perfect.
And off they go. And see how quick they find their Torian. Honestly, when I saw that big criteria room, I thought Spazer was going to be right on top of there.
Yeah, me too a little bit. Oh. There you go. Okay. So they got... Kaze got the same clue you did.
Nice. At least now they know it's over there. Also looks like they have the bottom part of Torian scanned. So at least now they know not to go down there. Opting for Phase Encore now. Oh boy.
That's fine. They have almost as much energy as you did. And also opted for the low missile pickup.
Ah. I don't even remember how many missiles I ended up with in the end.
Yeah. I don't disagree with the choice. It's crew attack, get space jump. Unless you're a complete drunken fish and just bumping into everything, I doubt you're gonna die.
Looks like they're heading the right way.
Alright, heading into Pyron for Kaze. And I was mentioning to chat how, like, really disappointed that so far there really hasn't been a race seed that actually puts an actual real progressional major in Pyron as an early dip. I think the closest we got so far is, I believe, yesterday was there was an Varia
Early
suit.
Varia suit, yeah.
Yeah. Did have a practice seed today that offered a very early dip into Turian. Unfortunately, this is one of those seeds you would have wished you had as a race. Like, you barely needed any major to finish the seed, except for maybe like Wave Beam.
I remember one of my super earlier Pyron Waste seeds that I ran pretty much required absolutely no majors aside for Morph Ball.
Nope, this one didn't even need Morph Ball.
Oh, jeez. That definitely would have been funny to watch. Looks like they're gonna sniff down Mother Brain here pretty soon.
Yeah, getting the late game good calls. Fortunately, a little too late. This should be fairly quick, just like yours. So, folks, once we're done here, our next matchup is going to be starting at 9 p.m. If I can just double check that. Yeah, so it'll be at 9 p.m. So we'll probably take a break after interviews, and then we'll be right back with that. Bam, that button. There we go. No, doors on top.
I will admit I have done the same thing in the past.
Also, funny you didn't get the song change again.
Yeah, I think it happens if you just happen to get through it at a certain pace.
It's after this. Like, see, this track is now getting close to the ending. All right, and GG's to Kaze. The race time of 59:09. Sub hour, still good.
Still good.
See, yeah, there we go. Hello, Kaze. GG, sir.
GG.
So, what'd you think?
If I wouldn't have gotten myself turned around at the beginning.
Yeah,
I think we both got a little turned around.
The left, and I was just like, where is this? Where are we supposed to go?
Yeah, the two early things here were you didn't go into that big Land of Heroes room to get your first missile pickup and Morph Ball.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
After that, you guys kind of did the same things in a different order. But the late Morph Ball pickup was pretty much what gave Winter the lead for more or less the whole race.
Yeah, I had a feeling that I was catching up the entire time.
Yeah, the wave beam location was the big mystery. Most of us watching were kind of worried it was going to be in one of two locations in Ridley. One was that Metroid room with the combat walls. There was a second one, the 2x2 with the Metroids hidden behind bomb blocks. Neither of you checked it, but we were worried that might be in there too. And though I do have to ask though, Kaze, shortly after your run through Ridley, you spent a lot more time in Classic Criteria after picking up Wave. So may I ask what you were looking for?
To be fair, I think I was looking for elevators, and I couldn't remember if there was actually an extra elevator in that area, possible in that area or not.
Okay, yeah, because Winter had scanned the two elevators in Brinstar early on. So
I
she
did
knew
not.
you had not. Okay, but fair enough. That's a good reason to keep checking. There was okay. You also did find the connector. Was there a second connector? Let me check my spoiler.
As far as I saw, that was the only connector.
Yeah, that was the only one I found.
That would be correct. Every other area was pretty much in its own little spot. Right, now just to look at the quick standings here. So we've got Winter 2-2, Kaze. Where are you, Kaze? It's 1-3. So, Winter probably, again, this is assuming I know how brackets are going to work. Odds are you'll probably face another 2-2.
Sounds about right.
Right now, might be doing another, might be having a match with Gore again, or Kaze, and Kaze. Well, you might be facing someone from the top. Anyone, guys, you don't want to face in brackets, because now this is going to be for reals.
That's a tough pick for me, honestly.
Actually, same. I'm still not confident, so.
It's more room knowledge. Just get the practice in, and mind you, I say that as someone who's been playing this game for about 2 years now plus, and still forget rooms that I've seen 1,000 times.
Yeah, and I took a break for a while.
Yeah, Planets is definitely a very different breed of game to race compared to other Metroid games. Especially because it's all custom.
Absolutely. All right. Any last word, guys, before we head on out here for a bit of a break?
Well, I would honestly say, if Oats and Goats ever does join, he's getting his butt kicked at first tournament just for room knowledge alone.
Not wrong.
Not wrong.
We can all go in his chat and start spamming yep at the snipe.
You're not wrong on that either. Jeez.
No.
Not wrong.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, with that, we're gonna close out this one here. We'll take a bit of a break. Be back in about 45 minutes for not to say your guys' races wasn't anticipated, but next one is something a lot of people have been waiting for. For MSD versus Epi. On behalf of myself, the racers, Alex Classics, and the people here at SpeedGaming, take a break, soldiers. We'll see you back next mission in 45 minutes.